Tonight is WWE Bad Blood, but for some reason, the match that this entire premium live event has been built around will not be main eventing. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Going to break down, going to preview, going to predict Bad Blood right here, right now. But I've got some bad blood with WWE. Before we actually get into the match, there's just a few things I want to talk about. First of all, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, supposedly not main eventing. I honestly don't get this. I could understand if WWE actually had a massive draw in the company that always had to main event. I could accept that. But Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, they are not it. They don't need to main event every single premium live event, especially when you've got Punk and Drew in a match that has basically a feud that's been going on for almost a year now. But this isn't good enough to main event. Hell in a Cell match, but this isn't good enough to main event. CM Punk was the man before he left WWE. He was bigger than Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and I'd still say he is bigger than those two. Maybe not Reigns, because Reigns has been pushed that much, but still, I think it's mad that CM Punk and Drew McIntyre cannot main event this. It's the same people main eventing. It just makes no sense to me. Even if this match was for the world title, they would probably still main event the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns tag team. I just don't understand why they do that. I remember when Cena was the man, yeah, he would main event a lot. Austin was the man, he would main event a lot. But there was other people that were capable of being in the main event. Nowadays in WWE, if Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns is on the card, they automatically get the main event, no matter what match else is on the card. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter to them. This could be for the title. Cody Rhodes could be in a fucking throwaway arm wrestling contest, and they're going to stick him in the main event. For why? For what? I don't know. Anyway, that does bug me a lot. Another thing that bugs me is these 5-match premium live events. This pay-per-view, I think, has got potential to be pretty damn good, but it's so limited with the 5 matches. There is no World Heavyweight Championship on the line. There is no Intercontinental Championship on the line. There is no United States Championship on the line. And Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion, is on the card, but he's not defending the belt. So there is the 4 main roster male single titles. None of them are on the line. I mean, how can we be doing that? It's a premium live event, or pay-per-view, call it what you want. How can the titles not be on the line? It's baffling to me, man. I don't get it. I do not. This would never have happened when wrestling was actually good. Could you imagine them trying to promote a pay-per-view with no title matches, and the only title match they're giving you is a couple of women's tag team, a couple of women's single titles? Nobody would have bought that shit, man. It's like, I don't understand how there's no belts on the line. I really don't. Well, partly it is because of the 5-match cards. If the cards were longer, I mean, you could fit somebody else onto it. I know they're doing Gunther versus Sami Zayn on Raw. Should have happened on this, but I mean, whatever. It's not happening. They ain't doing that. We'll just move on. So let's get into it. We'll go down to the bottom here. I'll put a poll on it. I want to know if people like these 5-match cards. And a bit groggy, guys. A wee bit sleepy here, but that's what happens when you sit up and watch SmackDown in the UK. But let's get into it. Let's go. WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax taking on Bayley. Bayley absolutely sucks, man. That promo she cut on SmackDown, god awful. For that reason alone, I hope she doesn't win tonight. Maybe Tiffany Stratton can cash in, and we can, actually get something good for a change. Yeah, just Tiffany Stratton looking good. Let her bring her briefcase in. Let her cash in. Sticking her. I mean, what is it? They've stuck two of the better women when it comes to characters and like mic work and stuff like that. They've stuck two of the better women on the roster with 2 absolute fat asses. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, stuck them with Nia Jax and Piper Niven, and their careers have just went backwards. I mean, Tiffany Stratton has been cringe ever since she's been paired with Nia, and Chelsea Green just feels like an absolute jobber now that she's got her little sidekick Piper Niven. I don't know if they're trying to bury these women by putting them next to Niven and Jax, but it's fucking god awful, man. They need to split both of them up and get them on their own. I'm going to go with Nia Jax to win, but I hope we do get a Tiffany Stratton cash in. Why not? I'm sick of this Nia Jax run, the irresistible force. No, she's pretty resistible, trust me. I mean, she's fucking fat at the end of the day. And her reign, her title reign, you know, it isn't dominant. It's not. I mean, who she beat? She's beat Michin with help. Whoa, brilliant. What a run. Fucking great. Aye, fantastic. You know, I don't know how people are marking out over this title run, honestly. Plus, people only defend their titles like once every 3 months now in WWE. Anyway, up next, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns taking on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. We haven't seen Jacob Fatu lose yet. This is Roman Reigns' first match since WrestleMania. I don't really see him losing. Could we see the debut of some other, you know, Bloodline members? Possibly. I'm going to go with the teammate Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu to win. I've got a feeling that they will win, and maybe Cody Rhodes will take the pin because they want to protect Reigns. So if they want to do the Bloodline Civil War, whatever shite, if they want to do that Survivor Series, then I think you need the Bloodline to win. So I'm going to go with Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Fatu. Up next we have Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Got Dominic there trapped in a shark cage. I hope Liv Morgan wins. I think her run as champion has been really poor. And then you could argue, well, that doesn't make any sense. If it's been really poor, then why do you want to continue? I don't think it's her fault. It hasn't done anything with the belt. It's not her fault. She's had, one defence? She can't help that. It's Triple H and his shite booking. And it's really not Liv Morgan's fault that she doesn't defend the title. So, yeah. I just don't see the point of giving it back to Rhea. I don't think Rhea needs it. I think Rhea's boring. I would continue with Liv Morgan. But again, I mean, I'm from an era where titles were defended regularly. Nowadays, you maybe get one title defense every 3 months, so I don't know. Just wrestling doesn't impress me anymore, man. Right, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I get it, 2 former Judgment Day guys meeting. There is bad blood here. It deserves to be on the card. But it's hard to justify this being on the card, like when I said, this is on the card over the World Heavyweight Championship match or the Intercontinental Championship match. You know, it's just, for me, that's it's tough to take. I mean, why couldn't they just give us like a Fatal 4-Way or something with Gunther and Sami Zayn? I mean, surely there was a way to get the champion on the card. But Triple H doesn't want to do that. He wants to build up every match. He wants every match to try and feel important. It doesn't need. Not every match needs to feel important. Not every match needs like a 2-month build-up. Alright? Some of these matches are throwaway matches. Sometimes you should just stick the title on the line. Like the Intercontinental title, right? You used to get that randomly defended on Raw. Nowadays, like, to get an IC title match, you need to jump through hoops to earn it. And then the feud will last for like 6 months before you actually get your shot. It makes no sense to me. Anyway, Priest versus Balor. I'm going to go with Priest. And then that's probably going to be it. I believe that they have to go in a separate direction. I mean, you can't keep having these guys feud. There's nothing left to feud over, really. I mean, Damian Priest is out. The Judgment Day, Finn Balor's in. I think they just need to go their separate ways. I'm going to go with Priest. And then in what should be the main event, but won't be the main event, it's CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Another match that I think should definitely finish this feud. Obviously, we have Survivor Series coming up soon, not long after this. Then before you know it, it will be Rumble time, road to WrestleMania. I doubt they're going to drag this out to WrestleMania, although knowing Triple H, you never know. But for me, yeah, I think we've seen enough. I think there's been some decent things in this feud, I'm not going to lie. But when it drags on and it lasts about, 8 months, then it's way too long. And unfortunately, and it is true, but unfortunately, the bad for this stuff outweighs the good. And it's not their fault because they're doing the same shit every week. They're doing the exact same shit every week. And if you have 2 guys doing the same shit every week for 8 months, then it's going to get fucking stale. It's going to get boring. But there has been some good segments, especially the one where, McIntyre destroyed that bracelet, shoved it in his mouth, we got the ambulance. So I thought the stare down last week was alright on Raw inside the Hell in a Cell. I mean, there has been some good stuff, not denying that. But there's just been way too many weeks where Punk came out and it was his turn to talk. Then the next week McIntyre would come out and it was his turn to talk. And it was just talk with nothing happening. So, yeah. Anyway, who's going to win this? I'm going to go with CM Punk. I believe that he probably will win, unless we get some sort of screwy finish. And that's it. I'm going with CM Punk. But I think this is close. This is 50-50. It could go either way. I'm not convinced. I think Punk will win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Drew won. Anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Been Fog Wrestling. We'll catch you later. I'm going to be watching Hell in a Cell. I'm going to be watching Bad Blood, so yeah. Maybe do some live tweeting on Twitter, actually. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, then go ahead and do so. We might do some live Bad Blood tweeting on Mr. X's, not Mr. X, Mr. X is for Resident Evil 2. Not Mr. X, Elon Musk, that's the one. Elon Musk is X. Anyway, that's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.